The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 143 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Purple Bicycle Deep Forest playing cards from RiffleShuffle. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Bicycle Deep Forest playing cards from RiffleShuffle here, in the standard glossy finish tuck box here. It says Bicycle Deep Forest here in a purple font here. Then you got this crazy kind of design here on the front of the tuck box here. It's a bunch of shapes and like different colors and different shapes here. And it kind of makes like a face. Kind of makes like a face of a lion there, if you can kind of see it. Like there's an eye there and an eye there, like the nose, like the mouth there. And kind of like some hands or fingers there. So it makes a little face there. And then on the side of the tuck box here, you got more of those like different shapes and colors there. And it kind of makes faces here. You can kind of see like two eyes and a nose there, and like the head there. The same thing on the other side there. And then on the other side here, you got the exact same like face, kind of like random shapes there. So it's the same on both sides there. And on the bottom here, you got the RiffleShuffle logo there. It says 2020 first edition, one of 2,500, designed by Omar Quill or something. I probably said that wrong, but and produced by RiffleShuffle Playing Cards, 2019, the United States Playing Card Company, manufactured by the United States Playing Card Company, and made in the USA. So these were made in 2019 with the license, but then they came out in 2020. This is one of 2,500. And now for the back, you got a sneak peek of the back design here. On the top, you got that same like random shape design, like 3D kind of like shapes there, with the like little face there. Once again, on the inner tuck flap here, you just got some corporate information there in purple text. On the tuck flap here, you got a little sneak peek of the spades here, spade on each side. If we take the cards out of the box, on the inside tuck box here, it's just plain white, nothing too crazy going on inside there. And now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first, we'll start with the back design here. Here we have the standard mirrored back design with the standard white border. Well, kind of a white border, because there's like it's kind of like an edgeless kind of like border kind of design. But anyways, like you still got a white border going around. And here we have a similar design to the front of the tuck box, not entirely the same as the front of the tuck box, but similar here. We got all those different shapes and colors. So you got some yellows, reds, purples, oranges, and a bunch of other colors mixed in there. And they're all different shapes, like triangles, circles, half circles, rectangles, a bunch of different shapes there. And it kind of makes like a face. There, as you can see, like a face of like a lion or something there. You got the two eyes there. You got like the ears and like the eyebrows with the nose and the mouth there, and a bunch of other shapes around. And it's not like a perfect kind of like shape there. It's kind of like all like squiggly there. But you still got that white border there. So it's like a bunch of different shapes there that makes like the lion there. And if you flip it around, it's the same design in both directions here. So the deck is called the Bicycle Deep Forest. So the Deep Forest must mean that there's like forest animals. Like it's sort of like a forest animal theme, kind of. So that's the back design there, like some kind of lion or some kind of animal there. Now for the cards you get with the deck here. Here you get another like here you get the two jokers here. You got two identical jokers, well, almost identical jokers. It's the exact same design, just like mirrored, like flipped. So one's facing to the left, and one's facing to the well, I guess one's facing to the right, the other one's facing to the left. Here, and you got more gray tones too, like gray and white with a little bit of red and blue tones in there. And you still got like the same kind of like face texture there. We got the two eyes, like the nose, like the mouth. I'm not entirely 100% sure what kind of like creature this is supposed to be. But you got like all those different shapes and colors there for the jokers there. almost two identical jokers, but slightly different because they're facing different ways, but they're two jokers. And you get a purple RiffleShuffle ad card here with the RiffleShuffle website there. And then you got like an R here in that purple colorway. It's kind of like a 3D R there, right there. And then you get a little extra card here that says Save Animals, Save Humanity in the blue font, little blue 3D font with two red circles behind it there. Then we get on to the spades here, the custom ace of spades here. As you can see, it's in like a yellowish orange colorway here for both the font and the numbers there. And then you got the custom spade here, which is like a 3D kind of spade there. And then you kind of got like crazy designs in it here. So you got a bunch of like holes and like missing spots for the spade there. And you got a bunch of like different like designs all over it there. It's kind of like hard to like describe the kind of thing, like the font or the shape of it, I guess. But it's that orange colorway, or orange is yellow colorway. It's a little bit of like dark, like kind of like brown tones and then some yellow tones and a bunch of like shapes all over it. And took in like a 3D style there. And then you got the rest of the spades here, which are just this design here. It's kind of like a yellow and like orangey color. But you kind of got like the orange background, like the orange back of it, and then like the yellowish orange, kind of like 3D part to it there. And that design goes all the way throughout the rest of the spades here. Then you get to the court cards, the Jack, Queen, and King of spades here. And you kind of got like a little theme going on here. As you can see, like the jokers and the tuck box and the back design have all these like crazy kind of designs here. And all of them have like different faces in it. So as you can see, like the Jack of spades here, it almost looks like, to me, it almost looks like a monkey there, like the baboon. Looks like the eyes there, you got like the blue part like of the fur. There was like the long red nose there that the baboons have. So you can kind of see her face there. And there's multiple different colors and shapes there. And then for the queen here, you got another little face there. It's like an angry kind of animal there. I'm not entirely sure what kind of animal this would be. We got some kind of little animal like within it. It could be a deer, a fox, or a raccoon. I don't know. It could be anything, but you got another face there with all those different shapes there, with the blues, the reds, and the yellow tones with some whites and purples, multiple different colors there. And then for the king of spades here, you got that same design that was like similar design that was on the tuck box, the front of the tuck box, and the back design there. Because if you look at the back design, it's a similar shape, but mostly more towards the one on the front of the tuck box. Maybe like that, like a lion or kind of like style there. And then we get to the diamonds here. It's like a purplish blue colorway there for the diamonds here. And then you got that same kind of like 3D style art for the diamonds here. Then you got like all those different shapes there with little like holes throughout the diamond there. And then you got a little bit of yellow for an accent there. And then the rest of the diamonds here, you got that like kind of like dark purple background. Looks like the lighter purple like for the front of it. And that design goes throughout the rest of the diamonds here. Then we get to the court cards, the Jack, Queen, and King of diamonds here. Same thing as the rest of the spades there, and all the other cards that we've seen so far. They got all those crazy different designs here, like shapes and everything in different colorways here. Look at the Jack of diamonds here, which is like a more reddish orange colorway there. And then you got that face there. That makes up another kind of animal, maybe like a bull or a cow, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Because it's kind of hard to like tell. But they kind of blend in. Like it kind of blends in. You either see a face or you don't see kind of like an animal or face there. Where you got that reddish for the diamonds there. And then for the queen of diamonds here, you can definitely see like the animal face. More of like a deer. Got more of a deer shape there because you got some antlers there that you can definitely see. It's more of a purplish colorway for the Queen of Diamonds here. And then you got the King of Diamonds here, which is more of like a black and white kind of colorway there. Then it's either like a panda bear or a sloth or a bear there. They got for the King of Diamonds here. And then you got the clubs here, the Jack, Queen, and King of Clubs here, the fully custom core cards once again, with all those different designs here. And it's in like a brownish colorway there. And then for the King of Clubs here, you can definitely tell this one is a bull. Because you got the nose with a little ring in it, like bulls have. And you got the horns there. Then you got the Queen of Clubs here, which as you can tell is like some kind of bird, like a parrot there, because you got a little beak there. And you got some like reds and blues and yellows for the colorway there, so like a parrot of some sort. There for the Queen of Clubs. And then you got the Jack of Clubs here, which I can't tell which way is it supposed to, which direction it's supposed to be. But I think it's supposed to be this way. No, wait. Or is it supposed to be this way? It might be this way, but I can't tell what kind of animal this would be. Well, you got like those brownish tone, like brown tones in it, with a little bit of other colors mixed in. All those different shapes. Wait, this could be a rhino, because that could be a horn of a rhino. Oh yeah, it could be a rhino, now that I'm looking at it. Then we got the rest of the clubs here. Same kind of pattern as the rest of the um, pips there. Suits, yeah, the rest of the suits. We got like the darker background there, like the dark brown and the lighter brown, like overlay of like the 3D part of it there. And that design goes out throughout the rest of the clubs here. Then you got the custom Ace of Clubs here, which has that, like, that 3D part there for the main part of it. And you got a bunch, and it's in that brown colorway. And you got a bunch of like other shapes and designs all through it there. And it has like a bunch of like holes, like cutouts throughout it. And then a little bit of accent of the blue down at the bottom there. Then we get on to the hearts here. As you can see, it's like a light, it's like a pinkish colorway there for the hearts here. And then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of hearts here. Same thing, all those different like fully like custom core cards here with all those different shapes that make up like a face of some kind of animal here. And here, for the King of Hearts here, it's like either like a dragon or like a catfish here. You can see the eyes, the mouth, and like the nose there. And it's multiple different colors, but mostly like purple and red-ish colorway there. Then you got the Queen of Hearts here. This one is a fox, because you can see the eyes there with like the long nose there in the mouth, so it's like a fox. Here, so it's more so like an orangish and red colorway with a little bit of purple. Then you got the Jack of Hearts here, where you can see the eyes there in the mouth, like the face, nose there. So I'm not entirely sure what kind of animal this would be. Like a cow or sloth or something. I'm not entirely sure, but because they could blend in once again. We got some like neutral tones, like some brown, some whites, and some blacks there. And then the rest of the hearts here are in that like pinkish colorway there, with like the dark pink background and the lighter pink overlay there. That design goes throughout the rest of the hearts here. Then we got the custom Ace of Hearts here, which is that like pinkish colorway, the darker pink colorway, almost like a purple, but it's pink there. Almost like that 3D kind of look to it. So all those different shapes and designs all over it, and you got the accent of the blue there. And you got those cutouts throughout the heart there. And well, now that we've seen the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. for the springs. They're nice and smooth here. There's no issues with the smoothness. They're not clumpy at all. And they're relatively easy to spring. Not overly stiff. They might be a little bit stiff, but like, they're not too bad. The more you break them in, the less stiff they'll be. And it's more of like a softer spring. They're not like super clicky. They're like stiff. Like they're not like a thicker kind of card. So there's not a lot of pop to it. It's like a little slower and like softer of a spring here. But still pretty smooth, so there's no real issues with the springs. Now time for the fans. Well, as you can see, they spread nice and even here. You can see all the different pips and numbers there. There's no stickiness or clippiness to the cards. They're pretty consistent and smooth overall. Now time for the Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh is really smooth there, no issues there. And they interlock and weave nice and evenly there. Now time for the giant fan of the back design. And now time for that reverse Pharaoh. The reverse Pharaoh is not as smooth. I kind of like pushed together and they were a little bit clumpiness to them. But they interlocked and weaved pretty nice. Not like flawlessly, but still pretty nice there. And now time for the giant fan of the faces. And now time for the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles. And now I'll make the little joke right now. We're gonna riffle shuffle some riffle shuffle playing cards. If they will work. So far they don't seem to want to work. Well, at first when I started riffling these, or trying to, they didn't really work too good. They're a little bit clumpiness to them, but the more you do, the more they break in. Unless you just miss and they don't interlock. But with these cards, I'm actually messing up a lot. Like I'm not even getting any good riffles. And these are made by a company called RiffleShuffle. So you think they would be good at riffling, but I'm just off today, I guess. But the more you do, the better they get. So they're actually they're not terrible for riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles here. So they're pretty smooth when you get a good riffle there. So we'll just move on now onto the packet cuts. Now time for the one-handed cut or Shelia cut. In the packet cuts, they weren't bad. They were pretty smooth there. But they did feel like they wanted to slide out of my hands every once in a while. Just like that, they almost want to slide out of my hands. So they might be a little bit slippery. So just be cautious about that. They can slide out of your hands. And now time for a pickup here. But now time for the dribble. Well, the dribbles are pretty smooth. They got some nice, they got a little bit of pop to it, which I like. So the dribbles are nice and smooth, and they're nice and fun to do. Yep, and there's still a little bit slidey there for the dribbles as well. Now on to that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, RiffleShuffle has made a pretty unique looking deck here. With a bunch of different colors here, I like the use of the different colors for all the different all the different suits. All 4 suits have different colors there, which is unique. I like when they do that. And they got a crazy back design here, with a little hidden, like, face within the back design there. And they're all different animals. Well, I guess it's one animal for the back design, but all the court cards here are different type of animals here, with hidden within inside the design there. So it's like kind of like almost like an I Spy, kind of like court card there, where you kind of like stare at it for a while and notice the face there. So a pretty well designed design there for the back design and the faces there, and the handle, handle pretty good, decent. Other than they're a little bit like slippery there, and I just mix them up now. Yeah, so they handle pretty good. They're a little bit slippery, so they could slide out of your hand, but other than that, the handling is fantastic. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 143 of your daily deck review. This has been the Purple Deep Forest playing cards by RiffleShuffle, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.